Ladies and gentlemen, here with a quick graphics comparison between the PS3 and the PS4 version played on PlayStation 5 of Red Dead Redemption. The $50 port that everyone is calling it has now been finally released, and you can get it if you want to. If you want my first impressions on it, overall it is still Red Dead Redemption. What hasn't been said about the game at this point that can be added to it. It's a fantastic game, it's got a fantastic story, it's got a fantastic soundtrack, there's a lot of very good things about the game. In terms of what's different between the versions, there really isn't all that much different at all. Obviously, if you compare it to the old gen versions on PS3 and Xbox 360, you'll notice a difference. However, I have to say that in comparison to the Xbox One X version, or if you're playing on the Series X or S consoles, then you'll not really notice much of a difference. Especially because I would personally consider the Series S and X versions to look a little bit better. It's a bit more colorful and not as quote-unquote washed, I guess, as the PS4 version is. The PS4 version does have AMD's FSR anti-aliasing available for it, which is on by default. It makes it look a little bit better in terms of anti-aliasing for what I've seen from some other graphics comparison videos made by GTA series. They've done like a comparison between all the different versions, so I'll leave a link for that if you're interested in it. It's just a quick little look between all the other different versions, even Nintendo Switch. From what I've heard, the Nintendo Switch does have some technical issues when it comes to some major pop-ins in terms of when you're riding around on your horse, so there might be some render issues there. In terms of the PS4 version, I've played about 2-ish hours and really I haven't encountered any issues with the game whatsoever. It's running well, have seen no frame drops whatsoever. It does run in 30 FPS, so yeah, there is no performance option there whatsoever. The options in the game are all very much the same. The only real difference is that anti-aliasing option that you have for the AMD FSR. Other than that, in terms of like if it's actually running in 4K and that sort of stuff, that really is going to be a question for Digital Foundry. I personally don't have those kind of tools to tell you about that, but I'm sure within the next couple of days that we'll have all the information about that if you're at all interested to see if it actually running in native 4K, because I cannot tell you at the moment. And obviously the final question is that, is it worth $50? For the fact that it's Red Dead Redemption, yes it is. For the fact that if you've already played it before and want to replay it, I'm not entirely sure, considering the fact it's $50 for a game that you can also get on other platforms for a much more appropriate price. Also, the fact if you ever played on Xbox, it's not really much point in rebuying it again, because I feel that if you're getting it on the PS4 or PS5, because the PS5 version is really the PS4 version, honestly, that you're kind of just throwing away money, because the Xbox version, in my opinion, looks a little bit better. As for the Switch, again, that's kind of a question for Digital Foundry. I've seen some impressions of it that I mentioned before, but other than that, I can't really much add to this, because I have no experience with the Switch version. Other than that, there is really not much else I have to add to this. Thank you all very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed or found it useful. Subscribe for more. And if you like what you see on the channel, become a member like Chloe, GTA Plus, Leflin Looney, Apple Juice, Notorious Jam, and Better Chill Out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later.